Hey, welcome back to this Wednesday's Coffee Talk with the Happy Place Diaries. I'm Jerry and
I'm Teresa.
And we're going to answer a couple questions. We had a unique opportunity this week in that we got a lot of questions, but most of them are from somebody that we know.
Somebody that lives here.
So anyway, we're going to answer the questions, and we also have some other stuff. But real quick, we're going to give you an update of kind of what's been going on and where we are since our big trip. And we'll do that right after this. Okay, welcome back. So our first question is, we're going to jump right in. Actually, let's talk about, since we've been back from our big trip. First things first is the axle. Well, the axle turned into two axles that were bent. So we had both of those replaced, as well as our springs. And so basically everything from the frame to the ground got replaced. So that's all brand new, and we'll see how that works. And then the trick there is going to be finding out why that happened, and we're still not sure. But 3 years, and one of the things that the dealer said was we put a lot of miles on it, and we're kind of abnormal users in that
we go every month.
Yeah, every month for twice, 3 years.
Yeah, twice a month.
So that was that. Is this one yours?
No, that one's yours.
Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, so that's the update on the axle situation. We've got some issues with the slide out, but they're not that big a deal that we need to worry about that now. So we'll worry about that later. The other part was, we got back from our big trip, and I just got back from Philmont, and we hoped that we were going to get a coffee talk out of Philmont, but Philmont is just so amazing that that didn't happen. So that's why we didn't do one last week, and we've got this one this week. So jumping right into the questions.
Okay, what is it? What's the first one?
First one is from Jay Schlein, who just happens to be our youngest son, Josh. And by the way, if you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, he's got 2 subscribers and probably the same amount of videos. But his is all about kayaking. We'll put a link into his. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I'm sure he'd love a couple views.
What was his question?
His first question is, who is your favorite child? And our favorite child is the one that we gave up for adoption. We're kidding, because I know he's going to watch this. Actually, you know, of our 3 kids, all 3 of them have different personalities. They have different, they all 3 bring something different to our joy.
And it depends on the day.
So we don't have a favorite, even though Josh thinks he's the favorite. I would tell you that our oldest son, John, has an absolute different personality from all of them. And so he brings things to our family that no one else can. In short, he's a smart ass. Our daughter is extremely loving, and our daughter, I like to equate her to someone that just brings home all of the stray cats. And then Josh is our kid that has an absolute heart of gold. So, Josh, you're in the top 3, buddy. So just keep watching. He also asked, what's your favorite trip that you've ever taken in the trailer?
Favorite trip? I haven't had a bad one, but I liked going down to Disneyland because we were going to Disneyland. But, I mean, I don't know.
Disneyland, so far as destination goes, I absolutely enjoyed Disneyland. But this last trip was probably my favorite so far. But we haven't had a bad one, so, all right. If you could change 5 things about your trailer, what would they be and why? And I think we've covered that in another video. Thing number 1 for me is get rid of the sofa. Thing number 2 would be replace those front stairs.
If I had to change the trailer, I would make it about 3 feet longer. If we were to keep the couch, because then we could have a normal size couch and not the small one.
Yeah, we've been kicking around the idea of the dinette and what that looks like in the future. Like I said, the sofa. We absolutely love our trailer. Yeah. So, you know, we're taking it out again this weekend for almost a week. So,
yeah. All right.
Anyway, what's your next big trip planned? The next really big trip planned is going to be in 2022, and we're taking that to Disney World.
Yeah, we're going to go to Florida.
So there's that.
For our 30th anniversary.
So that's our next huge trip planned. What do you pull the trailer with? A 2016 F-150 with the V6 3.5 EcoBoost. And you know that because it's parked in front of the house every day.
Is that Josh?
All right. A question that's not from Josh. What time in the morning do you leave and how long is your travel day?
Well, it depends. If we're going to the beach, we usually leave around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. But if we're going on a big trip, we've usually left at 4 o'clock in the morning. And on big trips, we only travel 5 hours is going to be the most since this last trip that we learned. But like this trip this weekend is a 4-hour drive. So we'll probably leave about 9 or 10.
Yeah, it depends. If it's a local trip, we stay within kind of a 5-hour circle. Anything over 5 hours, you have to go for a week or more. Or anything kind of at the 5-hour mark for us has to be a longer trip. So if we go out to Wallowa Lake, that's going to be a week-long trip.
Yeah, or up to Leavenworth.
Right. And then, like Teresa said, this is a 4-hour trip this time. So we're staying till Thursday, so Saturday through Thursday. You know, long weekends will go over 3 hours. And so really it depends on what time is check-in and, you know, what's the distance traveled. So we usually, if it's a local trip, we'll leave between 9 and 11.
Yeah.
The big trips we've left early in the morning so that we could get out of the metro area before rush hour.
And the state parks around here, if we get there by 1 o'clock, check-in's usually 4, but if we get there by 1, we can usually get our spot. So that's why we kind of leave early.
So, yeah, how long is the travel day? No more than 5 hours. We learned on this last big trip that we just can't do anything over
12 hours in a car is way too long.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
there it is.
That was it. That was our last question.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. And thank you, SPW Excursions, again, for being our big question asker. We hope that this is fun, and we hope that people are watching it. And again, we'll do another one
next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, we'll be at the campground down in Rogue Valley, Valley of the Rogue State Park down in Southern Oregon. So we will put one together, and again, look on your Instagram. We'll post. We will post that.
We'll have guests next week, maybe with us. Maybe.
Wednesday.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe not. So anyway, look for it and we'll post it. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. You could always drop them on the YouTube comments with the video, or look for it on Instagram and we'll have it there. So if you haven't done so, tell a friend. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and share the video and subscribe. We're at 121,000.
What?
No, 121 subscribers.
Wish.
Yeah, we'd love to grow the community to 121,000, believe us. So anyway, with that, we will cut it off, get this thing edited, and get it out so you can enjoy it. And thanks for watching, and thanks for coming along with us on our journey.
Bye.
Have a good cup of coffee. See ya.